social parent. What are you guys on about tonight? What the heck? Good morning, everybody. How's it going? I've got some nice relaxing music. We've got all kinds of horrifying things to read. I will give you all a brief warning. My PC has been rebooting on its own for no fucking reason, and I have no idea. No clue why. So if I disappear midstream, it's not the internet gods that smited me. It's my PC itself decided I no longer deserve rights. How are you all doing? I turned off a lot of redeems for today, so that, did you check your event viewer? I did. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's dark in here because we gotta get spooky. Have you tried clearing and running a defrag? Yeah, I have. I'll check it. I think it might be something with my PSU because when I rebooted and I went into my system boot and checked my advanced boot, it said that I was running at below recommended spec for my PSU, which is weird because I've never had that happen before. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Thank you for the resub, Lus, Sora. Almost 1K, yeah, almost 1K over here on the Twitch side. It's very strange. I'm gonna look into it some more tomorrow, but I just wanted to give a quick heads up, just in case, because you never know. My PC doesn't overheat. It is packed full of, glad you're here. I could really use some interaction today. Hopefully that doesn't sound too crazy. Aw, man, you're good. It's all good. Today's gonna be kind of a low interaction stream, though, because it's gonna be a lot of reading. My goal for today is to make things, I guess, relaxing. I want to have a nice chill night. It's been a while since we had the chance to do this. So what story are you going to tell us? I've got 10 stories lined up. Whether or not we get through them all is kind of up in the air. But I'll kind of list them all up at the top here. Hi, Ghost. Welcome in. Our top stories for today are as follows. With the new fur baby. Oh my god. Dolce. The SCPs that we have on the docket today, whether or not we finish them all, I don't know if we will. But I wanted to read quite a few of them. Hi, Humor. I've got SCP-5999. This is where I died. We have today as well. Thank you for the stretch. Dulce. Sweet baby. Close enough though. Everybody tells me it's different. Some people are like, oh my god, it's Dolce. And some people say, oh, it's Dulce. And I can never, you know what? And then we have SCP-040-JP. We have SCP-966. I have SCP-3000. Dual like tool. Difference in viewers between Twitch and YouTube is crazy. It'd be like that. SCP-3515. I also have SCP-6618. SCP-4666. I have a couple of others, which we might not get to. SCP-5000 and SCP-303. Kind of a lot of them, but I have so much. Yeah, wanted to do the Yule Man. I haven't read Yule Man on stream before, so I figured it would be really nice. Your horns are especially polished tonight. I know, they're shiny. But I figured tonight would be a really good night for us to just hang out and chill and read a little bit. Read some stories. Tomorrow I'm gonna clean my PC. I'm gonna take it out back. I'm gonna put it through the hose. Please don't put your PC through the hose. That's actually a bad idea. I mean, technically water doesn't hurt as long as you dry it completely afterwards, but that's not how that would work. Stop to my snack cabinet. I have snacks! Wait a minute, this isn't dinner, this is paid dinner! YouTube's acting up for me. Oh no. I do have snacks though. I have cookies. I found, Mama Damon, bought me some, chocolate chip cookies. Gonna store them in your mouth till later? Yeah, like a hamster. Like a hamster. It's not that weird, I swear. Alright. I got some, bookies. I love cookies. We all love cookies. I don't know a single person who doesn't like cookies. Can you turn that music? Oh, is the music too loud? Am I too quiet? I can turn the music down a little bit. Here. I'm sorry. Hamterus is real. Put all my computer parts. I need to get a new, I have my new desk and I need to put it together. I've been holding off on it because I have to figure out where to put all my figures. I gotta figure out where to put all the husbando figures. Your fast food adventures the other day and I got a notification. How convenient. I know, it's convenient as heck. Super convenient, even built different. Welcome in, Tony. Alright. Let me move my mic a little bit closer to my face, maybe. How's that? Is that better? I hope that's better. I have everything turned up as much as I can, so... It's just because I'm trying to speak a little soft tonight, because I want tonight to be a nice little quiet time. A little breather. It's not often we get to have these really chilled out reading streams, so I try and make them cozy. Much better? Hell yeah. I'm good. Welcome in, Eraser. So, also known as One Day's Break. Yes, I've read all of the SCP-1 proposals. Cozy stream. Alright. Guys, we came here to read SCPs. We should read SCPs. Yeah, I got rid of the throw redeems because, tonight is gonna be kind of quiet. And, if I did the throw redeems, I fear they, would not go as well as I need them to. It's just because it would ruin the vibes. I'm gonna put them back on tomorrow, but, unfortunately, I wanted to make sure that we had just nice, relaxing vibes tonight. So I took off anything that would make really loud, scary noises, except for Tangia, which... I mean, that's up to y'all, but, like... that costs monies. So... thank you. I love a good head pat. In this economy. Are we allowed to fall asleep midstream? Yes. Actually, I encourage it. A lot of the times I do these reading streams because I really want to, help folks, rest up, get some sleep. And I find that a lot of people like to hear me read. Thank you, Pet. Thank you, Kiwi. Because, apparently when I read, I sound really relaxing, so... I don't know. You be the judge of that. If me telling you people's skin melting off their face is relaxing, then I think that's something wrong with you. Fiancé told me to close you. 1K, drop a follow. Thank you for helping her draw more fan art. Oh, thank you for coming by, Jeannie. I'm always happy to have new people. Thank you for the follow. You have a very sweet voice. That's what I've been told. I've been told, what was it? What did Eric tell me? Because I did that interview recently with Eric Loy. He said I had a very warm and welcoming demeanor, if I remember correctly. He said I had a very honest voice. I like that. Alright. guys ready? Are you guys ready to get started? Thank you for the follow. Let's see. Until you start in about cannibalism, I'm still adorably I'm marketable. I'm a marketable little plush. Got recommended by Mari. Damn, I love Mari. Mari's always around. I love having Mari as my gen mate. Are we going numerically? We're not going numerically. I'm just gonna pick whatever I can get my hands on. Are we starting with your favorites? These are ones that I've just picked out over time, Jin. I decided to just kind of do a random search for some ones that I hadn't read on stream yet, and I came to these. So SCP it is. Notice in Discord saying, oh, she did? I have my Discord off right now because I am like, if I have it on, I feel like my CPU goes boom and makes itself upsetties. Bop, bop, bop. So, let us begin. I think since PMA mentioned it, and he was the first one to recognize it off the bat, we might do the Yule Man first. Let's see. Well, I'll have to thank her later after I yell at her for bringing people over. So, welcome everybody. If you haven't been here before, let me quickly introduce myself before we get started. I am Iris Demon. I'm a little techno demon VTuber. I like Cosmandos. I do a lot of horror content, but I also do a lot of cozy stuff. I am the third member of VMine, next to Mari and Cora. So I am part of the group. I am stinky and weirdo. I wish. If you can come over here anytime you like, especially if you're from Mari's community, come enjoy us. We don't bite. The bites don't bite. I only bite a little bit, but that's just because I have teeth. Don't forget the cannibalism. Is there a link to the stories to read to follow along? What I'll do, actually... Ask her all about Kukulane. I love Kukulane. Here, let me see. I don't have a link that I can put up, but here's what I can do. Here, I'm gonna repurpose my set list from karaoke. And I'm going to current SCP SCP-4. There we go. She's got little chompers. I do have little chompers. I have the littlest of chompers. There we are. The rats are the biters. I don't know, you rats are pretty well behaved. Yes, we've got Minecraft music going on in the background because I thought that it'd be kind of relaxing. I hope that's easy enough to read. I might put it down here. There we go. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. You guys ready? Let's get started. It's been a while since I've done this. Alright. SCP-4666. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Web traffic and law enforcement channels worldwide are to be monitored for evidence of SCP-4666 activities, and particularly for cases of stalkings or reports of anomalous phenomenon involving families with young children. Hi Ryan, welcome in. Should a Weissnot event be suspected in progress, the nearest containment task force is to be dispatched to attempt containment of SCP-4666. Standard PDP/VIII Humanoid First Contact Protocols apply. Duality, thank you for the resub. Media coverage of family deaths attributed to SCP-4666 is supposed to be fuck. See, now I've got people here watching. I can't read. Media coverage of family deaths attributed to SCP-4666 is supposed to be suppressed or falsified to make said deaths appear as non-anomalous home invasion murders. Forensic evidence and SCP-4666 666 seems to be the most difficult thing to read. What the heck? Media coverage of family deaths attributed to SCP-4666 is to be suppressed or falsified to make said deaths appear as non-anomalous home invasion murders. Forensic evidence and SCP-4666-A instances collected by non-Foundation agencies are to be confiscated and witnesses amnesticized. Description: SCP-4666 is currently believed to be a single, exceptionally long-lived humanoid entity of unknown origins. Survivors of Weisnot events typically describe SCP-4666 as a very tall, between 2 meters and 2.3 meters, elderly male of European descent, with an extremely emaciated appearance. The entity always appears completely naked, even when observed outdoors in freezing weathers. Though the nature and extent of its anomalous properties remain uncertain, SCP-4666 appears capable of instantaneous or near instantaneous travel to any location north of 40 degrees north latitude and possibly any locations on Earth. SCP-4666 activity occurs exclusively within a period of 12 consecutive nights every year, from the night of December 21st or 22nd to the night of January 1st to 2nd. This period is known as SCP-4666's active phase. No, wait, don't scare me. Do you think, did something happen? Don't scare me. If my PC's fine. What? Oh man, are we good? Thank you, Janman, for the resale. Welcome in. You're good? Oh my god. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, no, please. I'll cry. Welcome into the Damonette Cafe, everybody. Thank you for the head pat. Oh gosh. During this phase, in what are termed Weisnot events, SCP-4666 will appear at dwellings in one or multiple locations north of 40 degrees north latitude. In all known Weisnot events, these dwellings have shared the following characteristics. I know the bitrate's going down. I can't help it. I wish I could. It'll go back up. It happens. I'm so sorry. It's better than dropping out. This happens every once in a while. I've noticed that, like, around this time at night, unfortunately my bitrate decides to just shit itself. Yeah, it's just an issue with the way that the bitrate works. It hates me after a certain point in time, and if it goes too low, it creates weird artifacts. We used to call it the Shadow Realm, but we haven't had it happen in a long time. But since I started multi-streaming, it's been back. So, welcome to the Shadow Realm, everybody. Enjoy your stay. Yeah, it's always ISP issues. These dwellings have shared the following characteristics. Isolated rural location, home to a family with at least one child under the age of 8, and situated in an area with snow cover lasting throughout the duration of the event. Weisnot events consist of the following general progressions. Nights 1 through 7. Children will report seeing SCP-4666 in the vicinity of their family's dwelling. The entity will typically be observed watching the dwelling from a distance, such as from across a nearby field or from the edge of a neighborhood in a forest. In some cases, children will report waking up at night to find SCP-4666 watching them sleep through a window. Oh my god, wait, did we hit 1K? Can I... Hold on, I need to stop and verify. Did we? Hold up. Yo, we did it! Guys! We did it! Whee! Oh man, what do we do for 1K on Twitch? Oh, shit! Sum, thank you for the 10 gifted! Thank you! I appreciate that. This is great. I don't know what we're gonna do for 1K. We'll do something special tomorrow, maybe. Do you guys want to do something special tomorrow? Do you guys want to... We'll figure out something to do tomorrow. We might start... well, tomorrow's Cozy Tuesday, though, so we gotta play more Harvest Moon. But Wednesday's open. Do we want to do something on Wednesday? We'll figure something out. We'll do something fun on Wednesday. Ooh. Ooh. We hit 1K over on Twitch, by the way, for everybody over on YouTube. Surprise! Pajama wrist for tomorrow. I don't have pajamas. I don't have pajamas ready. Thank you for the biddies. Man, it feels weird. It's such a weird milestone. I've never had the chance to, No, I didn't say that, Tony. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I know Wednesday I was thinking of maybe playing more Remnant. But, I don't know. Maybe some DMC? Since you guys seemed pretty interested in me playing DMC, maybe we boot up the first game? Play DMC 1 to start? Thank you, Normal. Just gotta farm the side dream. Hold on. Do you guys want to play DMC Wednesday? Do you want to start DMC? Oh shit. Walshy, thank you for the 5 gifted. Look at all these new bites. Yeah, I get to meet Pizza Man. I get to meet Funny Pizza Man. I know nothing about Funny Pizza Man. I don't know Funny Pizza Man. Alright. Wednesday we'll play DMC 1 and we'll play DMC for the first time. Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. You guys are really excited for me to meet Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. I'm more interested in the edgy one, but, you know, Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man does seem pretty cool. And you guys seem pretty invested in Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. Alright. Let's get back to it. To be fair, he doesn't truly become Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man until part 3. Well, he'll always be Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man in my heart. For that, he's just Woohoo Pizza Man. Pizza time. Alright. Nights 8 through 11. How many more hours until monetized on YouTube? Oh. Let me check, actually. He's always been Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. Seem to be conflicting, opinions on how long he's been Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. We are just under 300 watch hours. Oh, so there's an ad break coming up for everybody. Well, I guess we could talk through the ad break. We'll have a little chat before we continue the read. We'll take a little breather. We'll watch Put some ads up. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. Honestly, that's like the best. I like it. I can't wait. I'm excited. Surprised we still got unsubbed watch. Sarah, thank you for giving Travman a sub. Thank you, thank you. I'm excited for Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man. I think it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm not a big fan of action games as a whole. I've never like, how do I put it? I've never played it before. Infinite parties. Oh, like this the mood. Can't help that I don't get paid till Friday. You don't have to pay shit. I love, I do like the ideas behind DMC. It seems like really cool. I did watch the DMC anime. Don't have enough watch hours on YouTube. How many was it again? We only have 300 left to go before we hit the 3K watch hour mark, and then we get monetized on YouTube.com. Yeah, boy. I don't find it difficult. I'm just bad at games like that. It's why I don't play Souls-likes. Because I feel like with a Souls-like game, I wind up being a lot less... How do I put it? I don't know. I'm not good at them. I kind of suck. Yeah, I watched the Netflix DMC. I watched it with someone who's really passionate about DMC, and he really likes it. Yeah, I know it's unrelated, but I had a good time anyways. That's the important part. I try and tell people this all the time. I like a lot of stuff that's, like, not related to its original source material, and I hear people, all the time be like, oh, you can't be a fan and like that. But, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my life is a lot better when I allow myself to have fun with things. DMC, Devil May Cry. Like, I'm the weirdo who didn't mind Mass Effect Andromeda because I recognized that it wasn't the Mass Effect that I was used to playing. Same thing with, like, the Saints Row remake. When I, played that, I didn't mind it that much because I recognized that it was something different from what I had played before. I think that, overall, I think overall, people are, a little bit too critical. Deviate for the originals, I think it should be encouraged. Yeah, a lot of things are really fun when you don't have a bitch in your ear complaining about them. That was me while I was playing, when I'm playing Dawn Trail recently for Final Fantasy XIV. Gatekeeping is kind of just lame. It's better to just get people to like things instead of groupthink of others. Exactly! That's the thing, right? If you're gonna enjoy something, it's always fun to tell people about it. And sometimes people are gonna like the things that you don't like, and that's fine. Or like the parts of it that you don't like. I know plenty. I have bad taste in games. I have bad taste in media. I like some of the worst otome games you can get your hands on. But I love them anyways because I enjoy it. And every time somebody tells me that I shouldn't enjoy it, it just makes me want to like it more. When ads? It said that the ads were coming up, but I'm not seeing it, so I don't know. I didn't like the ending either. I think the ending was, not great. I'm excited to see what they do for the next run, but generally prefer gameplay-heavy games. I like a lot of narrative games, but then again, I'm more of a visual novel player. That said, and the topic of visual novels, I really need to play, Steins Gate. I actually have never played Steins Gate. And I really want to play Steins Gate, and I actually have Steins Gate download. Oh, thank you for that, Pat. I have have Steins Gate downloaded, but I need to actually get the chance to play it. Hi, Wolfish, and thank you, Splinters, for gifting PMA a sub. Splinters the goat. The game that most would say is bad, but you like. Oh, that's a good one. If I had to pick one that most people think is naturally bad, but I like despite it all, that's a toughie. I would say I could say something like Dragon Age Inquisition, but I haven't had the chance to really try Veilguard yet, even though I really want to. Probably that there's just so many that I could pick from. I like a lot of bad games. I used to play a lot of bad MMOs. I used to play Ion a lot. I don't play Ion anymore. Does Ion even still exist? Hold up, I actually gotta check. Does Ion still exist? Holy shit! Ion still exists? What the heck? I didn't know this game was still I didn't know this MMO was still around. Holy shit. Maybe I should play Ion again. Mainly in Korea. And now Ion Classic and NA. If you mean Classic, is that before the, like, overhaul that they did? See, I don't like Bethesda games that much. When you say Ion Classic, is that, like, before the original overhaul? Oh, shit. So that means it has the old starter zones. Huh. Maybe I want to play Ion Classic. I originally played Ion, like, a long time ago. Hear me out, RuneScape? I used to play RuneScape, too. I don't know my worst favorite, personally. Like, Disgaea. I have a friend who really likes Disgaea, and if I say Disgaea 3 times into a mirror, he'll pop out and scream at me to go play Disgaea. Alright. I think I've yapped enough. Have we got enough yap out? Alright. We're going back to reading now. You can't distract me from my purpose. Nights 8 through 11. Family members, including people who like it a lot. I've been wanting to play it. Family members, including the parents, will report sounds of footsteps coming from the roof or the attic. An extremely unpleasant odor will also be frequently noticed inside the dwelling. No cause for these phenomena will be found. As a result, parents will often begin to suspect that their family is being stalked or that their dwelling might be haunted. I'm not easily distractible. Night 12. Over the course of the night, one of 2 scenarios will occur. First, and most common, is that SCP-4666 will kill all members of the family and save for one child under the age of 8, whom it will abduct. SCP-4666 will inflict incapacitating injuries to family members while they're sleeping, then herd them into a single room of the dwelling where it will proceed to kill them in view of each other. The method of killing varies with the event and will typically be preceded by some form of torture, which appears to serve a ritualistic purpose. See Weiss Not Events log below. In the second scenario, which has occurred in roughly 15% of known Weiss Not events, SCP-4666 will not harm the family. Family members will report hearing footsteps inside their dwelling during the night, though no signs of forced entry will be found. In the morning, children will discover presents at the foot of their beds. These consist of toys crudely crafted from the remains of human children. See SCP-4666-A instance logs below. The criteria, if any, by which SCP-4666 determines the outcome of a Weiss Not event are unknown. Access to document 4666V30091. Weissnot events logs. I'm not easily distractible. I'm very focused. Exceptionally focused, laser focused even. Unknown village in Croatia. Circa 1498. Unconfirmed. An entire family was killed with the exception of one of the children, age unknown, who was abducted. Though specific details about the event are not available in recovered documents, it was noted that the killings presented strong paganistic elements, and that the family members had been made to suffer greatly prior to their deaths. The archbishop who oversaw the investigation wrote that he believed the family had been killed as part of a demonic ritual. Unknown village, Rupert's Land, present-day Ontario, Canada, 1689, unconfirmed. An entire family was killed, with the exception of two of the children, one of whom was abducted, and one of whom, female, age unknown, escaped during the killings and was able to reach a nearby village. She told the authorities that a naked man had broken into her family's dwelling the night before and proceeded to torture them, exact method not specified in recovered documents. Upon investigation, the bodies of the family members were found inside their dwelling, hanging upside down from the ceilings. All had been exsanguinated. For those of you who don't know what that word means, ensanguinated means that they've been drained of all of their blood. Acct, Germany, 1913. An entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, male, age 3, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 5 other children were found inside a stable adjoining their dwelling. They had been restrained by having knives, pitchforks, and other sharp implements forced through the palms of their hands into the walls of the stable before having their tongues removed, leading to a hemorrhaging death. It's very tasty. I like to drain all my blood and replace it with apple juice. I'd do the same with milk, like strawberry milk. If I could do that, that'd be pretty cool. Blood from the family members had then been used to paint elaborate patterns of unknown meaning on the hides of a mule, goat, and 2 cows present in the stable. The animals themselves were not harmed. Neighbors told authorities that in the week preceding the killings, the father of the family had mentioned finding tracks in the snow around the family's dwelling, which appeared to have been made by bare human feet. Not a vampire. Not a vampire. Adjacent, but not a vampire. Playos, Soviet Union, 1956. An entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, male age 4, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 1 other child were found in the living room of their house. They had been restrained and their feet held over the flames in a fireplace for an extended period of time, then calcining the tissues of their feet and exposing the bones. They then had their heads crushed by an unknown heavy implement. Hundreds of bite marks believed to have been inflicted post-mortem were found on each body. Branches cut from a fir tree outside the house had also been placed over the body for an unknown purpose. Why the fuck is he naked? God forbid a man have a hobby. You know, God forbid he go out and do his stuff. He can be a little naked as a treat. The old man gets to be naked. Skudenshoven, Norway, 1971. An entire family was killed with the exception of the second youngest child, female, age 5, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 2 other children were found in the basement of their house. Each had at least 1 limb pulled off by brute force before being stabbed precisely 39 times with an unknown sharp implement. Possibly a piece of bone fragment removed from one of the limbs. We are reading document notes. Resulting in massive blood loss and death. The family members had then been eviscerated and their small and large intestines removed and cut into 30 to 50 centimeter long pieces. These had then been arranged in radiating lines around the bodies. Feces from the intestines had then been used to trace symbols of unknown meaning into the walls of the basement. Oh my god, Xylot. Hi, I'm so sorry. Hi, Raiders. I'm so sorry you had to come in on me describing feces being used to draw symbols. Hi. Hi, Raiders. Hi, Xylot. Welcome. Hold on. Oh. Don't worry about it. Everybody, thank you for coming in, Xylot. Thank you for dropping everybody off. Hi, I'm Iris. I read about poop, apparently. Have a good stream, but you're welcome, Xylot. Hi, Raiders, welcome in. I promise we don't talk about poop frequently. Oh, that's hilarious. What a time for you guys to raid in, huh? Huh. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Iris. I am your local little tech demon. I do a lot of horror streams. I read spooky stuff, and I do a lot of cozy streams. Welcome in. More often than not, it's about cannibalism. Yeah, pretty much. Usually we only talk about cannibalism, but, you know, today is a little special, I guess. I love it here. Alright. Iceland. I'm not gonna try and read this this town name because I don't know how it's read. Hello, where am I? How? Yeah, you can read alongside us. Feel free to look up the SCP listed below. You can see it on my screen, and you can follow along. If you so prefer, we are on the document notes right now for SCP 4666. 1996. And I'm doing well, by the way. Sorry. An entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, female, age 4, who was abducted. The body parts of parents and 7 other children were found inside their home. All had large pieces of skin removed from their backs, necks, groins prior to death. Removed skin was also found to have been partially consumed. They had then been killed by decapitation with a buck saw that had belonged to the family. Following death, the family members' headless bodies had been carried to their respective rooms and placed on their beds. Each of the removed heads had also been placed upright on a step of the staircase leading from the first floor to the second floor, with the parents' heads on the top 2 steps and the children's heads on the lower steps in decreasing order of age. Access Document 4666 V30985 SCP 4666A Instance Log. Notable SCP 4666A instances recovered. Nurmis, Finland, 1811. A small wooden drum with 2 wooden drumsticks of uneven length. Drumsticks contained a 390 centimeter squared piece of skin belonging to a human child, stretched with thread made from human tendons. Gallagher, Wales, 1857. Hey, Hayes, welcome in. Yeah, no, this one's a little spookies. Small knife, 15 centimeters in length, blade is 6 centimeters in length, sculpted from a single piece of bone belonging to a human child. Symbols of unknown meaning have been carved into the handle. Mykak, Kazakhstan, 1903. A flute made from hollowed-out femur of a human child. Holes have been bored at uneven intervals along its length. The femur appears to have been dyed with human blood. Bangor, Michigan, 1960. Wooden box containing 13 miniature human-like figures. each 4 to 6 centimeters in height, made from the phalangeal bones of human children, tied together with strips of human tendon. The figurines have been decorated with human hair and a small piece of torn clothing. DNA testing revealed that the remains belong to 18 separate children. Carte Broyle? Broyle? I'm gonna say Broyle, Canada. 1976. A ball, 23 centimeters in diameter, made from 19 layers of human skin, wrapped tightly around the desiccated head of an unidentified human child, male, ages 2 to 3. Layers of skin are held in place with pine resin. Bard, Netherlands, 2006. A hairbrush, the handle is made of wood and poorly carved. In place of the bristles, 43 deciduous human teeth have been set at irregular intervals into the handle. DNA testing revealed that each tooth belongs to a different child. Only 2 of the teeth can be matched to known abduction victims of SCP-4666. Teeth vary in age from a few days to over 400 years old. Yeah, this one's a little brutal. So I'd say this is probably one of the more brutal SCP entries out there, if I'm being honest. There's some really hard ones, but this one's definitely up there. Discovery. SCP-4666 existence and ongoing activity were first detected in 1974 through the Foundation's newly implemented Anomalous Signature Recognition Program. When several highly similar home invasion incidents occurred resulting in family deaths were found to have occurred throughout the Northern Hemisphere during the nights of January 1st through 2nd. Extensive research into civilian and law enforcement archives worldwide eventually uncovered evidence of probable Weissnot events for nearly every year preceding going back to the 18th century. Average of 3.1 known events per year. Numerous historical documents were also found which appear to describe SCP-4666 activity occurring prior to this period, in some cases as early as the 2nd century AD in Europe and Russia, and as early as the 1st century BC in Scandinavia. Scary stories. We love scary stories here. Fingerprints belonging to the same humanoid entity have been discovered at the locations of all Foundation-investigated Weissnot events. These have been matched to partial fingerprints found preserved in dried blood on a recovered SCP-4666-A instance dating from 1873. The fingerprints present characteristics not known to occur in humans. See above image. Human-like white hairs were also recovered from the locations of several Weissnot events, though no DNA, human or otherwise, could be extracted from them. Addendum 4666-01. On 2/1/2018, several SCP-4666-A instances were discovered at a family's residence in Hoona, Alaska, following the conclusion of a Weissnot event, number 060198. Among these instances was SCP-4666-A0960, which consisted of a crude life-size doll made from the emaciated body of a female child, to which the following modifications had been made. A dress was made from various pieces of dirty, discolored clothing that had been sewn around the body, and in several places into the skin of the body. The mouth had been sewn shut with thread made from human tendons, and lips painted red with a solution consisting primarily of human blood. The fingernail of another child had been glued over the body's fingernails with pine resin. These had been painted red with the same human blood-based solution. 3 of the body's fingers were missing. The entire scalp had been removed from the head, and the scalp of another child with long blonde hair sewn onto the head in its place. The hair had been tied into braids. Both eyes had been removed, and 2 large round pebbles on which eyes had been cruelly painted were placed into empty orbits. Upon examination by the family, the child whom the doll had been made from, who the doll had been made was found to be still alive, albeit unconscious. Authorities were notified, and the child was airlifted to Bartlett Regional Hospital in Genoa, Alaska, where she survived for 18 hours. 2 Foundation agents were dispatched and were able to interview the subject. See interview log below. Following the subject's death, her body was confiscated by the agents and all witnesses amnesticized as per standard procedure. DNA testing revealed the subject had been Ekaterina Morozova. Sorry, I'm not good with Slavic names. Age 7, a known abduction victim of SCP-4666, taken from her residence in Dubovka, Russia on 2/1/2016. Autopsy of the subject's body showed that she had been severely malnourished during the 2 years following her abduction, which had resulted in considerable stunting. Weight was only 15 kilograms, and height was only 90 centimeters. A number of scars and burns were present on her skin. She had suffered 2 bone fractures, left tibia, left ulna, that had not been reset and had healed improperly. Hands were heavily calloused. Cause of death was attributed to multiple organ failure from severe and sustained malnourishment. There is an interview log, but I don't think we're going to read the interview log because I don't want to give you guys depression. Does that sound fair? Does that sound like a reasonable trade-off? I don't read the interview log and you guys get to survive without being traumatized. Is that it? Yes? Yes? Give us the question. Do you guys want the depression? I already got it, might as well have fun with it. Okay, so you guys want the depression. Okay, we'll read the interview log. Too late, I already have depression. Now, the interview log's terrifying. Are you sure? Seems like the majority's saying yes, read the interview log, so... Give us the depresso espresso. Wish to hear the cute cannibal speak. Okay. Fuck it. Alright. More trauma for you. Hello. Okay, hold on, I'm reading a little too hard ahead. Council has spoken. Council wants to hear this. Yeah, you should brace yourselves, guys, because this isn't like a nice romp. If you thought what happened before was rough, you're in for it now. Audio log 4666-06201. Date 2/1/2018. Time 2327 AKST to 2349 AKST. Nothing you can say or read is gonna scare us. Bet? That's my favorite thing! Prove people wrong on that! Ekaterina Morozova. Female, age 7. Interviewer, Agent Antoni Kowalski. I'm gonna think that's Kowalski. I think that's Kowalski. Okay. Notes: the subject regained consciousness for a period of roughly 30 minutes prior to expiring, during which she was interviewed. Hospital staff had previously removed the thread that had been sewn into her lips, allowing her to speak. Despite having been administered a morphine drip, the subject was largely coherent through the interview. The subject did not understand English and initially spoke only a language that was unfamiliar to Agents Kowalski and Muse. However, hi bud, welcome in. However, after several minutes, the subject began addressing the agents in Russian, which she spoke poorly. Agent Kowalski, who spoke rudimentary Russian, was able to conduct the interview without needing an interpreter. Begin log. Agent Kowalski. Hello, I'm Anthony. What's your name? EM. Are you gonna take me back to him? Agent Kowalski. No, I promise. I'm just here to talk to you. EM pauses. I don't want to go back. Agent Kowalski, you don't have to. You're safe now, Mishka. EM remains silent. Agent Kowalski, can you tell me what happened to you? Do you remember the night he came to your house? EM, I remember he hurt Mama and Papa and Katya and Yuliana for a long time, and they were bleeding. After they stopped screaming, he put me in his bag. Agent Kowalski, his bag? EM, he had a big bag. Other children were in the bag too. I think we go to other houses. I hear people screaming outside the bag all during the night. Each house he puts another child in the bag. Then after the night he takes us away. Agent Kowalski, where did he take you? EM, underground. Deep. Agent Kowalski, underground, you mean in a basement? EM, deep. Everything earth and mud and ice. Bones everywhere, everything cold. I can't sleep because it's too cold. Agent Kowalski, were there lots of children there with you? EM, lots of children, lots of tunnels, lots of holes. But I can't see all. I can't see the other. It's too dark. My hole with Renee and Hekla and Sasha and Paul, we make toys together. Agent Kowalski, the toys? EM, if you don't make toys, you don't eat. Don't stop making the toys, don't fall asleep or he hurts you. Agent Kowalski, he hurts you, how? EM, he hit you or he burn you, or he bite off your fingers, or he cook you on the fire in his room and eat you. He eat Felipe and Sally. Agent Kowalski, what about you? Did this happen to you? Did he do this? EM, Renee, Hekla, and Sasha and Paul do this. They have to. Agent Kowalski, why? EM, I get sick. When you can't make toys, you become toys. And that is the end of this article. We have some additional footnotes. Analysis of recorded police photographs has shown that the size, shape, and configuration of SCP-4666's teeth do not match those of human beings or any no animal. Have a good night, Tony. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your night. And then recordings of this interview are currently being studied by the Department of Linguistics, as the language is spoken by the subject was later found to match no known language, living or dead. Early indications may be that it was pre-Proto-Germanic. And that was the Yule Man. Horrifying, everybody! Yay! That one's honestly kind of depressing. Santa got issues? Santa got big issues. Santa got major issues. Yay, horrors beyond comprehension. That's how it be in the switchable world. So, I am also going to read... Which one do I want to read next? I think this one's cool, and mostly because I'm going to show you guys a cognito hazard. I think do you guys want some nummy cognito hazards for your day-to-day? Do you guys want some num-nums? Some nummy cognito hazard? Tasty. little tasty cognito hazard for you to munch and munch. Experience the horrible. Yeah, cognito hazards. But definitely a gory mess. It is what it is. Alright. This cognito hazard comes to us from the Japanese branch of SCP Foundation. This one is special. I'll pop the image for the cognito hazard on stream because it does have an image associated with it. I will show it at the very end. Well written. Yeah, it's very well written. So, this is SCP-040-JP. Object class safe. Let me actually update the doobly. Boop. Yes, yes. I remembered, I'm smart. I gotta update the doobly. Alright. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-040-JP is contained within a structure constructed to cover the area of the anomaly. The containment wing is under the jurisdiction of Site-8120. When inside the containment wing, personnel are advised to never look inside SCP-040-JP. If it is needed to look inside SCP-040-JP, it should be done through the camera and not directly with the naked eye. If it is necessary to have a direct view, it is advised to use D-Class personnel. Communication with personnel who have been exposed to SCP-040-JP is forbidden. Description: SCP-040-JP is a well located in the village of Blank in Blank Prefecture. It is surrounded by a wooden hut measuring approximately 5 meters wide and 4 meters long. The center of the hut houses a stone well presumed to have built in ancient times, which descends directly underground. The well is anomalous, steep, and multiple probes have failed to determine its depth. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, this one, I like pulling from the international wiki every once in a while. I find it to be fascinating to see what other countries have come up, and I always love the Japanese ones because they are, like, uniquely horrifying. Although the hut was originally locked tight with iron chains and multiple padlocks, they have since broken due to deterioration. SCP-040-JP was placed into containment after Incident Redacted in 1967. Warning: after Incident 040-JP-001 in 19 blank, the following contents are prohibited from viewing without medic countermeasures. Personnel assigned to this project must be treated with Procedure 253. Willow Ashes. At Sector 1820. Don't spoil the spooky. Oh no, I got the hiccups. When a subject looks into the cabin, they begin shaking, reporting that there was a cat. Furthermore, the person will become obsessed with the idea that the cat is here. This effect is not apparent in drawings or images. It only occurs when the person views the inside of the cabin with the naked eye. A camera image only displays the inside of the hut, with no signs of reported cats. Exposure to the object will distort the subject's perception of all domestic cats. Scientific name: Felis sylvestris catus. During the interviews with exposed subjects, they reported that any domestic cat seemed to look like an animal with 2 human eyes on its face, without hair or other features, staring at them directly when viewed from any direction. I have an image for this, actually. Hold on. I have an image for this. And I need to show you guys this, because there's one image that they provided, but there's also a separate image that I want to show you guys that I managed to find earlier today when I was looking for some stuff. I think you guys you might have seen this image before, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see here. Where is it? I can't find it. I was gonna pull up Bald Mari, but... I can't find Bald Mari. I was gonna put Bald Mari. I'll show the actual image. I'm sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean to make fun of you. Hold on, I'll put the actual image up. Give me a second. Here he is. You look at my own Bald Mari pics. Yeah, if you got Bald Mari pics, it's just that. Here's the cat. This is the cat. Thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna put the cat like right here. We read the rest of this story. Furthermore, the exposed subjects will begin to report that the cat is constantly appearing in the darkness. To observe them, there seems to be no consistency in the level of darkness required for the cat to be manifesting. It is unknown why the cat observes subjects. An illustration of the observed cat is attached below. Look at him. What a beautiful little creature. Little guy. According to a survey conducted by Foundation researchers, it was determined that the location where the cat appears is influenced by the position of the subject's ocular lens or cornea. In other words, the sighting occurs statistically significantly higher in the subject's peripheral vision. This property was demonstrated during experiments with D-class personnel in 19 blank. According to the hypothesis proposed by Redacted, it is speculated that the dark places in large depths of the underground structure inside SCP-040-JP have a clear influence on this. Some data has been expunged. Yeah, look at that cat. Subjects exposed to SCP-040-JP will actively tell others about the idea that there is a cat. Good night. Have a good one. Those who understand this idea, to some extent, suffer the same cognitive anomaly as the subjects who were initially exposed. It is not known whether the effect is transmitted through general description, or whether a specific trigger word exists, but it is a cat. There is a cat. There are no particular restrictions on the medium necessary to convey that idea, and it is an effective even in all media such as speech, writing, images, painting. Therefore, it is speculated that subjects themselves are not directly affected, but carry a mimetic anomaly. Refer to document Redacted. It was there. Affected subjects do not act in a suspicious manner, making it difficult to judge whether or not the subject is under the influence of the anomaly after passing through the first stage of exposure. It was a cat. Incident Report 040-JP-001. On blank blank 19 blank, a large-scale mimetic disaster occurred in Site 8120. As a result of this, it is believed that the assigned staff and upper staff were exposed to the mimetic effects of SCP-040-JP at the time of submission of the report. Exposed personnel were subject to amnestic treatment and termination. From this point onwards, mimetic countermeasures are to be applied to all subsequent reports. What do you guys think of that cat? I quite like that cat. There was a cat. I am fond of that cat. You're red laying down time? Hell yeah. I want to pet it? Hell yeah. Heck yeah, that cat. It has no mouth, and it must scream. Simply put. Let's see here. Do we do... see, do we do... Maybe we'll do... This one's a short one. This is a short one that's on my list. SCP-966. Hey yo, Geo's coming in hot with that 20-month sub! Look at that, he's been around for so long. Look at him with his 20 months. It's crazy. That's crazy. And you too can be that cool. By liking and subscribing. I'm gonna take a quick little breather. Take a moment just to rest, relax. Oh shoot! Needhod coming in hot with the 10 gifted. Thank you! Welcome in, new bites! Let's go! Yeah, you do know how to read, Toshi. Genius has been here since the beginning. He has been a big bite since the beginning. I'm fattening him up. That's why he's got so many so many months subbed. I'm fattening him up like a treat so I can eat him later. He's gonna taste like battery acid. Genius, you taste like battery acid. What do you think about that? Do you have any opinions on that? About tasting like battery acid? Manon does lurk and bully, but Manon's important too. I love them. Damn, he's not even gonna acknowledge it that I said that he tastes like battery acid. I'm glad I'm repulsive. Iris is the witch from Hansel and Gretel, but I'm adorable! Speaking of battery acid, I need to go to sleep. Be listening to streams, so feel free to scream and shout, hell yeah. I mean, after a while, battery acid is tasteless. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Can I get a hoo-ya? Can I get a hoo-ya? Hoo-ya! Oh gosh. Thank you for the hoo-ya. Hoo-ya! Nothing. I just said that Genius tastes like battery acid. That's why I don't eat him. That's why he's got so many months. Hold on, I'm reading something real quick. I have to read something real quick, I'm so sorry. Does battery acid come from battering acid in a medieval siege? Maybe. Have you already read SCP-4975? It's a spooky one. I have, actually. Some of these I'm rereading for stream. Some of them are, new ones. For me, at the very least. Iris attending the Met Gala would take 2 days for her little legs to make it across the carpet. I take offense to that. It'd take me a day and a half. Alright. So, our next one. Stop licking batteries. Stop licking batteries. It's illegal. SCP-9666. Object Class Euclid. Bitrate got crunchy again. Don't worry, it'll fix itself. See, it fixed itself. Sometimes we just gotta go to the Shadow Realm for a little bit. It's fine. Picking the battery is essential. Special containment procedures. Have a good one. Oh, you're not going to bed. Be up until at least 2 AM EST. Damn. It just takes it a second. We've had bad weather here lately, and that's kind of affecting my, my stream. It's been bad. Look cool for a minute? The Shadow Realm does look pretty cool, doesn't it? I quite enjoy the Shadow Realm. It's cozy and dark. I need to get more drink. Shit. I'll get more drink in a minute. We'll read this next one because it's kind of short. SCP-9666. Yeah, let's go to the Chateau Realm. I'm the coolest person there. I'm gonna be the prettiest girl at the party. I'm gonna be the prettiest girl at the party. Yeah, it is better than crashing. Which is why I'm okay with it. I don't have a British accent. I don't have a British accent. I don't know how to do a British accent. Not British. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. MTF Iota-1. Dream Hunters and MTF Iota-2 air chasers are to regularly be on the lookout for news about sudden, violent human deaths related to sleep deprivation, in order to find and neutralize any remaining wild instances of SCP-966. The 4 specimens of SCP-966, 3 males designated SCP-9661, SCP-9663, and SCP-9664, and 1 female, designated SCP-9662, acquired by the Foundation, must be contained in a 10-meter by 10-meter room made of steel lined with lead, located on site, blank. 2 security cameras with infrared filters and infrared-sensitive film are to be installed inside each room. Each specimen of SCP-9666 is to be fed with 20 kilograms of meat every month. Yeah, no redeem tonight. Only vibes. I took away your power for tonight, so that way we could have a nice, relaxing night without any chaos. In the event of SCP-9662 giving birth, the newborn specimen is to be studied and disposed of before it reaches maturity. Description: SCP-966 are predatory creatures that resemble hairless, digitigrade humans, possessing a long, elongated face with a mouth lined with needle-like teeth. On each hand, they have 5 claws that can be up to 20 centimeters long. Although sharp, these are easily broken, making them unfit for combat. SCP-966's height ranges from 1.4 to 1.6 meters, and they can reach up to 30 kilograms in weight. Physically, SCP-966 are weak, possessing hollow bones and low muscular density. They do not seem to rest through sleep. Instead, they will suddenly cease all movements at seemingly random intervals, resuming normal activity 3 to 5 minutes later. SCP-966 are visible at only wavelengths ranging from 700 nm to about 900 nm. This applies to all SCP-966's tissues. If their skins, muscles, or organs have suffered from second or third degree burns, the affected areas will be visible at wavelengths from 360 to 900 nm. SCP-966 fed on medium to large size animals, including humans. They hunt either alone or in pairs. Their hunting methods consist of emitting a single burst of a previously unknown type of wave, dubbed blank waves in honor of the late Dr. Blank, which permanently inhibits the ability of the affected creature to enter any NREM and REM sleep stages. The ability to microsleep is also lost. The effective range of the redacted waves is about 20 meters. However, tests show that they can be blocked by post-transition metals such as lead. All attempts to make victims of SCP-966 sleep have failed. It is possible to induce other forms of unconsciousness, although those will usually prove detrimental to the affected subject as they do not provide true rest. After depriving their victims of sleep, SCP-966 will stalk their prey until lack of rest incapacitates it. At this point, SCP-966 will proceed to consume it. SCP-966 have proved to be very agile and silent while stalking their victims. On occasion, they will deliberately make threatening noises around their prey in order to further stress it, and may even physically assault it if the victim proves to be particularly durable. Other than the common symptoms caused by sleep deprivation, some victims of SCP-966 have shown signs of suffering from extremely vivid hallucinations, as well as sudden bouts of rage with no apparent external stimuli. It is currently thought that these are the effects of prolonged exposure to blank waves. Why SCP-966 continually exposes these waves to only some of their victims is unknown. One hypothesis is that SCP-966 will only do this when starving, since it further degenerates the physical and mental state of their prey, incapacitating it at a faster rate. Wild instances of SCP-966 are found all over the world since their discovery in 19-blank. The Foundation has succeeded in greatly thinning their numbers, though they are still found in large quantities in many countries, particularly blank and blank-blank. So it's a quick little short one. It's a little bitty. It's tiny. It's quiet. That one was just kind of a palate cleanser, honestly, compared to the other ones that we've read. Not all power has been taken away. No, you still have the Tangia. That you do. I know you do. You could use Tangia if you really wanted to. But do you want to ruin these vibes? Make sure to drink water. I will. Fuck! Why did that scare me? Why did that scare me? Why did that scare me? Why? Why did that scare me? What? Why did getting cheese startle me? Was it the noise? Boo, gluten. That's dairy, Dippy. Cheese, please. Why did the cheese scare me? Gotta add one to the counter. Fuck. Gluten. Cheese isn't... Guys, do you know what gluten is? Do you understand what gluten is? Do you guys know what gluten is? Scared easily this late at night? I don't scare easy. I'm not easy to scared. I'm not that easy to scared. Guess you got cheesed off. You guys. Gluten's a type of glue. I mean, technically, it's like bread glue. Well, she's got it. Well, she knows what's up. It's a protein. Gluten is a threat. Yeah. Wait! That reminds me. Hold on. Alright, we're gonna have ads in a minute, so let's take a little break. It's high in... Made that clip, you got so quiet so suddenly I thought my stream crashed. No. Yeah. 1 second. Oh, I got my... Gluten has nothing to do with cheese. That's lactose. Gluten is wheat. It's wheat. It's a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. It's not in dairy products. Don't want ads. Recommend subscribing. Well, she's got it. See what a gluten 11. Does that fix the intolerant bug? I hope so. I'd like my body to stop destroying itself. Side note, I got my silly little hat. I got my silly little gluten-free hat. I got a lot of stuff today, actually. Okay, so I got Throne Order in, which was the hat. And I put it on immediately because I was really excited to have the gluten-free hat. I don't know why, but I was really excited for the gluten-free hat. Marty! Hi, it's been a while, hasn't it, Marty? Welcome in. Oh. Get stick-bugged. I love getting stick-bugged. Hi, I'm good. Get stick-bugged. But I also got in a ton of merch today. I have a massive Calliope Mori poster. It's like the size of me. It's huge. I got her 3D concert merch. And I was really excited for it. And I have that, and I got this really cool hoodie. And
all right, noted. That's just straight up beautiful, by the way.
oh, thank you. And I got the hoodie, and it's this really nice like sports jersey material, so it's really like light. And then I got a weird cat plush, and stickers, and a new notebook that's Calliope Mori. I got a lot of Calliope Mori things in the mail today. I love my Yoshi. Calliope Mori. It is actually 2 feet tall. It's like 3 feet tall, actually. That was pretty well timed. Yeah, you did a really good job of timing that. Damn. Hot damn. I got cheesed. But like, I got a lot of stuff in the mail today. Oh! And, damn it, got her, catnip. I didn't tell you guys about this. So, one, damn it loves her scratchy post. I know you guys got her that. I think it was specifically Splinters who got her the scratchy post. I think D-Dog got her the weed. Cat weed. And, she has been loving her cat weed like nobody's business. She now knows where I keep it. And so if I am not giving it to her at the time that she wants, she will bite me. She loves it. She loves her catnip. She's a little monstrosity and she won't leave me alone. Horrible little creature. Really. Terrible little creature. She does weird stuff all the time. But she's been so good lately. Mostly. I got cheesed. That's all you need to know. You are creating an SCP? Is damn it an SCP? Damn, can't believe your cat needs rehab. I know, right? I can't believe it either. If you're not careful, your cat will resort to crime and get more cat weed. Too bad she already has. She does this thing where she, here's what she does, right? Her little, scratchy post is, like, right, her little scratchy thing, it's, like, right next to the cabinet, that's next to the counter that we keep the weed. The cat weed. And she, does this thing where she, she'll sit there and she'll wait for you to walk by. And when you do, she will yell at you. And if you don't listen to her and give her her weed, she will bite you. And then she'll love on you and give you kisses afterwards, but she will bite you first. Just to make sure you know, you should probably give her that cat weed. No, actually her real government name is Dammit R2. Like R2D2. Her like government name is Dammit R2. And I feel like she lives up to her name. Real quick question, Miss Iris. Yes. What is your question, Hayes? What you got? Doxed cat? Yeah, I'm gonna dox my cat. You guys know my cat's Stinky too? It's a great name for a cat. Yeah, she's always been like that. Namit's always been a punky little guy. Name my cat Cat. Can I get an alarm sound from you? I don't know what that would even sound like. How would I do that? How do I do that, actually? I mean, I want to do it now. You sent me the biddies. You sent me biddies for it. So, like, I feel like I need to now. Darn cat. Yeah, no, we jumped straight to damn. How long does it need to be, the alarm? That's a good question. How long does it need to be? Whatever you think would wait. I can scream. I can't scream. I'll get cut off by the filter. Hold on. I'll pause the music real quick. Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it! Ahem. Alright, I'll do this real quick. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Wakey, wakey! Up, 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 up. Time to get up. Time to get up. Get up. Out of bed. Now. 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 Up. Up. Come on. Get up. Stop being lazy. Get out of bed. Get out of bed. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Now. Up. Does that do it? Is that... Is that how you do an alarm? You can set that shit to loop. Plus someone clip that. There you go. I feel like you've done this before. I don't think I have. If I have, I don't remember it. I don't recall it if we have. It's truly a blessed stream. Damn, is it? Now we need to overlay that stuff, like a constant ring sound and the Samsung default alarm. Hell yeah. Does that work though? I think so. Hope so. Alright, alright. I think we've got a couple more to go. I have more on the list here. Only a couple more that I want to, like, do tonight. This one's interesting. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the... if I'm not mistaken, this is the one... Yes, this is the one... This is... So we did our little mimetic one earlier, but do you guys want an anti-meme? We'll have a little anti-meme as a snack. We'll have a little anti-mimetic as a snack. As a treat. Tweet. That'll be my alarm for when I wake me up at 5 AM. Hell yeah. So this is actually the SCP that makes... Thanks for the nostalgia. Hell yeah. This is the SCP that actually makes the amnestics that we use. Annoying alarm clock in the world. That was interesting. Hell yeah. I love Mickey Mouse. Oh! I could do a weird Mickey Mouse. Alright. This one's a long one, so depending on how long this takes us, we may make this one of our last ones. So let's see. Alright. By order of the Overseer Council, the following file describes a Class 8 cognito-hazardous entity and is level 5 out of 3,000 classified. Unauthorized access is forbidden. Item SCP-3000. Object Class Thaumiel. For those of you who maybe have not encountered Thaumiel, because it's not a super common SCP designation, for those of you who have not had the chance to encounter it before, Thaumiel is a special classification within SCP that how do I put it? How do I describe Thaumiel? I think if I looked up a definition for it, it'd probably be pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's basically a containment for other, yeah. It helps contain other SCPs. So think of Thaumiel as like a bridge gap. So some SCPs are, you know, Keter, Euclid. Thaumiel is utilized to assist. But Thaumiel doesn't mean that it's properly contained, I will say. There's actually some difference between it being properly contained and it being Thaumiel. It helps contain others, but sometimes Thaumiel objects can be very, very, very difficult to contain themselves. Just food for thought, if you ever run across the classification. Alright. Big yawn. This is the one that's used in amnestics. Special containment procedures. The area containing SCP-3000, currently a region in the Bay of Bengal, roughly 300 kilometers in diameter, is to be routinely patrolled by Foundation naval vessels. Under no circumstances are civilians allowed to attempt deep-sea exploration or diving efforts in the quarantined area. Individuals believed to have contacted SCP-3000 are to be contained, quarantined, and processed at Site-51. Individuals affected by the anomalous properties of SCP-3000 are to be held in containment indefinitely. The forbidden Forgor juice. Yeah, it's the juice. The Foundation submarine SCP-F Aramida is to monitor the location of the foremost section of SCP-3000. I'm just going to call it 3000 because it's 3000. Currently located within the Ganges Fan, roughly 0.7 kilometers beneath the bay. The Aramida is tasked with carrying out the Acct protocol, and staffing regulations aboard the vessel are subject to the guidelines of that protocol. For a full description of the Acct protocol, see Addendum 3000.2. A break or stop containment center, I guess is what you're saying, essentially. There is currently no known cure for exposure to SCP-3000. As such, affected individuals should be contained and quarantined for further evaluation. Individuals stationed aboard the SPCF Aramida are not permitted to leave the vessel except for the purposes of carrying out necessary procedures of the Acct protocol. Individuals who leave the vessel without proper authorization are to be considered lost. Under no circumstances should any individual interact with SCP-3000 without authorization. SCP-3000 is a massive, aquatic, serpentine entity strongly resembling a giant moray eel. The full length of SCP-3000 is impossible to determine, but is hypothesized to be between 600 and 900 kilometers. Hey, welcome in! The head of SCP-3000 measures roughly 2.5 meters in diameter, and sections of the body are as large as 10 meters in diameter. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Don't mind me. I forgot. Haha. We're reading about Forgor juice, and I forgot. Oopsie daisies. Thank you, Eris. Oh. SCP-3000 is a typically sedentary creature, only moving its head in response to certain stimuli or during feeding. The majority of its body is located in and around the Ganges Fan, and rarely moves at all. SCP-3000 is carnivorous, and despite its sedentary nature, is capable of moving quickly to dispatch prey. Despite its size, it is hypothesized that SCP-3000 does not require sustenance to maintain its biological functions. While SCP-3000 excretes a thin layer of viscous dark gray substance classified as Y-909, see Addendum 3000.2 below, through its skin as it consumes prey. The end result of its digestive process is currently unknown. SCP-3000 is a Class 8 cognitohazardous entity. Direct observation of SCP-3000 may cause severe mental alterations in viewers. Individuals who directly observe SCP-3000, as well as any individuals within an uncertain distance of SCP-3000, experience inexplicable head pain, paranoia, general fear and panic, and memory loss or alteration. The following is a log from Site 151's historical records, written by Dr. Eugene Getz, about the initial discovery of SCP-3000 and its effects felt therein. Unease was felt throughout the entire crew as we descended on that first night. Whether it was due to our uncertainty at what we would discover, or something more sinister, I would not speculate. As we continued to descend, Williams began sweating profusely. When asked about it, he could not respond, stating that he thought he was missing something he could not deduce. As our descent continued, he began to act more and more erratically, at one point addressing myself as Darlene and expressing uncertainty as to the tasks he was assigned to handle. Similar feelings were expressed by other members of the crew, but Williams felt it the most. His mimetic resistance was by far the lowest of us all, but he was a biologist, not a mimeticist. When we finally came into contact with the entity, he began whimpering and had to be sedated. I remember him muttering the word "no" over and over again, as if in disbelief. He went silent after a while as we approached its head, and when I looked back at him, something had gone from his eyes. He did not even so much as blink as we made our final descent. At around 0940 hours, we observed the head of the entity. The unease was palpable. However, several other crew members complained of feeling hazy and of being uncertain of what they were supposed to be doing. Captain Ritter, ever the man's man, wrote it off as nitrogen intoxication and forced them to continue approaching the entity. When we were within 50 meters, the entity slowly turned to look at us. Even now, as I recall watching this thing coil around in the darkness, I can still hear Williams barking like a mad dog in the rear of the vessel, screaming and flailing, shouting about how he could see it in his head. Perkins and Harrison tried to restrain him, but he got free and smashed his face against one of the portholes. He hit it so hard he cracked the inner layer of glass. The damage was bad enough that we had to surface. We tried to give Williams medical attention, but he was too far gone at that point. He had pulped himself against the glass, and despite the trauma, he still spoke briefly as he lay dying. Nobody recorded it. We didn't think at the time. But I remember it well enough. He said, "There's nothing. By the time we had reached the surface, several hours later, Williams was dead. At the time, I didn't think much about what he had said. Just the ravings of a man gone mad by the depths. I figured I didn't know any better. But even now, I can still see the eyes of the creature. I see it hanging there in the darkness, illuminated by a light I cannot source. And I feel the lingering dread that Williams must have felt that night in the submarine, as he was overcome by whatever void that foul thing slithered out of. Discovery. SCP-3000 was discovered in 1971, shortly after 2 Bangladeshi fishing boats and 15 fishermen were reported missing after drifting near the Indian coast. As the country of Bangladesh had only been recently established at the time, and had been subject to significant political persecution on the part of Pakistan, this incident report received high-profile media attention due to fears that it was the result of foreign aggression. Smidge, I'm having trouble hearing you in your voice. It's up all the way. I apologize. SCP-2419? Maybe? Maybe soon. I'm sorry. I have everything turned up as high as I can get it. Hold on. Let me do... How's this? Is this any better? I've changed out my mic input. I realized that it was on the wrong mic input. Is this better? Does it sound better? Is this better? Flashbang, much louder? Hold on, I'll lower myself a little bit. Stop shouting at me. Shut up! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Much louder? Okay. I'll scale it back a little bit so it's a little bit less scary. I'm sorry. Is this okay? Is right here good? You're not sorry. I am sorry. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to flashbang you. I didn't mean to do it. Thank you. Thank you for the head pats. I appreciate it. Okay. Good. Had everything on max. RIP. Karma for the cheese. It's karma for the cheese. Okay. Now that we're a little bit louder. Local coastal dispatch units could not locate the missing boats, fueling further media hysteria. Foundation researchers stationed in Calcutta, now Kolkata, drew similarities between the disappearance and another incident 2 years earlier. A thorough search aided by Marriott Pashler counters revealed the location of the two boats, as well as an unknown, previously undiscovered mass deep below the surface of the Bay of Bengal. Further investigations by the Foundation divers discovered the existence of SCP-3000. A little bit louder. The area was quickly secured, and current containment procedures were put in place on April of 1972. The Acct protocol was adapted in October of 1998. Addendum 3000.1. Initial contact exploration log. Note, the following is a transcript of audio logs taken during the initial deep dive or contact with SCP-3000. Until this point, no Foundation diver had come within 300 meters of SCP-3000. Divers were tasked with assessing the creature and determining the source of the thick gray fluid that had been observed floating around its head. The dive team was composed of 3 members of MTF Orion 9 Kingfishers, led by MTF 09 Alpha. Launch point was through the airlock of the Foundation submarine SCP-F Stravinsky. All drivers were equipped with high-pressure suits as well as front-facing headlamps. Additionally, a tether was connected to MTF-09 Alpha, which was then connected to a T-shape outside of both Bravo and Foxtrot. Begin log. Alpha. Alright, Command. We're situated in the airlock and ready to roll. Command. Confirmed. Go ahead and sound off. Alpha. Orion 9 Alpha. Check. Bravo. Orion 9 Bravo. Check. Command. Alright, men. We're in position about 500 meters from the head of this creature. Make sure your tethers are on good tight. We don't want any of you getting separated out there. Bravo. What's visibility like out here today, Command? Command. Stand by. Command. About 3 meters. Foxtrot. So it's dark as fuck. Got it. Bravo. Why are we so far out? Command. The size of this thing is hard to comprehend, and it's wrapped itself in several places. We can't get too close because there's too much body there. The entity hasn't moved in about 3 weeks. Foxtrot. And all? 3000 wasn't discovered before this because the ships that came in contact with it just disappeared. Back then, the occasional ship lost was normal. Exactly. Command. Affirmative. It moves slightly with the currents down here, but nothing more than that. If it weren't for the head movement that was observed by the first submersible team, we probably wouldn't have known if it was alive or not. Foxtrot, that's reassuring. Alpha. Alright, tethers are tight. Flood the chamber. Command confirmed. Rushing water is heard as the airlock chamber floods. No other sound is heard for several minutes. After some time, the sound of rushing water stops. Alpha. You both good? Bravo. I'm good. Foxtrot. It's fucking cold. Alpha. Hopefully we won't be out there long then. Turn on your lights, boys. Here we go. All members of the dive team exit the airlock. There's a low mechanical sound as the airlock door closes behind them. A muffled click sound is heard, and the Stravinsky activates its aft floodlights. Foxtrot. Hey, Alpha. Maybe this is a bad time to ask, but I can't remember how to turn my headlight on, and... Alpha, your lamp is on, Foxtrot. What? What did you call me? Alpha, your designation, Melanie. Foxtrot. Bravo, I'm Foxtrot, boss. Alpha, hey, hang on, what are you talking about? Foxtrot, I don't understand what you mean by designation. Alpha, it's your goddamn call sign. Bravo, what do you mean? Bravo, who's Bravo? Alpha, shit. I was gonna say something to Barry. Are you still there? Command, stand by. Go for command. Hey, we're having a little trouble out here. I'm not so sure who... We seem to have some confusion over designations, and I'm not sure where we're going. Foxtrot, where exactly are we? God, do you guys feel that? Just got an awful headache. It's like needling my brain. Something. Command, dive team, be advised that we believe that you may be experiencing some detrimental cognitive effects. Keep moving forward and we'll give you more information as we receive it. I know I'm adorable. Alpha, noted. Command, be advised that Foxtrot has a, terrible headache, I think? Are we going in the right direction? We can't see out here. Command, you're roughly 150 meters from the head of the entity. Alpha, you should be getting a visual soon. Bravo, Command, I don't see anything. Where are we? Alpha, where are we? Command, we're almost there, Alpha. Dive team, be advised, we're picking up movement from the entity on the radar. Alpha, Barry, I don't see anything down here. What are we supposed to be looking? Extra, all I can see is darkness. There's a chill, foul wind blowing, pushing me towards a brink. I can't see. Alpha, shut up, shut up, shut up. Command, Bravo is unresponsive. Requesting immediate cessation of mission. Bravo, wait a second. Foxtrot, on the edge of nothingness, inches from oblivion. There's a sickness in my mind that I know can't be cured. Beyond me is only blackness and a single pair of dark eyes. Alpha, what are you saying? Command, dive team, we're going to pull you back in immediately. We have reason to believe that. Alpha, Barry, is that you? How can it be? I shoveled the dirt during your... Bravo, I can hear something over there, Alpha. Your light, get your fucking... Foxtrot, silence. Only silence, my consciousness coming undone, and only. Come on, dive team, something is moving towards you. Repeat, something is moving towards you. Prepare to return to... Alpha, shit, I can't see. How far are we from... Bravo, it's right there. Fuck, what are you both doing? Fuck! Foxtrot, and only the eel remains. Radio silence for 20 seconds. Command, Alpha? Radio silence for 13 seconds. Command, Alpha? Bravo? Foxtrot? Do any of you hear us? Bravo, unintelligible. Command, oh thank God. Bravo, you need to speak. We can't. Bravo, shh. Radio silence for 10 seconds. Command, something has bound up the winch between you and us. We can't. Alpha, it's opening its mouth. Bravo, it's so dark. There's... Foxtrot, where am I? What? Alpha, Barry, how can it be? I shoveled dirt. Bravo, Laney, swim, get away. There's only darkness. Swim. Foxtrot, only. There's a sudden tension in the tether attached to Stravinsky. 09 Foxtrot's radios go silent. There's a sound of a struggle through the other two radios. Man, Foxtrot. Alpha, Bravo, talk to me. Stay calm, what happened? Bravo, it ate him. Fuck, he's gone. It took him whole. God damn it. Alpha, what are you doing? Alpha. Bravo, cut the goddamn tether, Alpha. It's pulling us in. Alpha, who? Bravo, fuck. Alpha. Radio silence for 30 seconds. Tether attached to the Stravinsky is pulled free from its moorings and disappears. Command. Alpha, Bravo, do you copy? Radio silence for 5 seconds. Command. Alpha, Bravo, do you copy? Bravo. This is Bravo. I'm floating in the dark. I can see shapes moving through the fog, but they're hard to make out. Cut my tether. Alpha wouldn't. I think he's gone. I don't see his light anymore. Command. Acknowledged. We're coming to. Bravo, hang on. Just let me think for a second. Recognition, this thing, it doesn't work around it. Your brain can't form thought. It hurts. It's like dying and... Command. Bravo, do you have eyes on the entity? Bravo, it's in my head, guys. Coiled up in there like a snake, and something about it is caustic. I can see it just in front of me, not doing anything. It isn't moving. Just hanging there with its mouth open. I think it's finished eating. Fluid seeping through the skin around its head, about a meter back. Just looking at the stuff is making me... like the room is spinning. I feel nauseous. My head isn't working right. There's a portion just under the floorboards and another in the... Wait, that's wrong. That wasn't me who said that. I'm gonna go collect a sample. Hang on. Command. Bravo. We're going to send out a crew to get you. Just hold on. Bravo. Oh no, don't do that. You have to be trained to not feel the things I'm feeling. Otherwise, it will get into you. Maybe it will anyway. Who knows? It feels like the end of the world down here, fellas. My heart is really going off the charts and I think I'm dying. I got a sample. I'll attach it to one of those little balloons. Let it float up. Be able to get it later. Don't spend too much time around that stuff. It doesn't... Your mind, it... Command. Bravo? Bravo. I think I'm dying. I'm dying. This is it. Just want to get away from here. You know, it occurs to me. Don't send anyone else out here. So dark. Command. Bravo? Over the next half hour, the SCP F. Stravinsky attempted to approach 09 Bravo with no success. Command continued to attempt to communicate with 09 Bravo, but Bravo grew increasingly unintelligible before eventually going completely silent. Bravo's radio silence, active over the next 3 days, and intermittent breathing could be heard until the radio ceased functioning. Addendum 300.2 Acct Protocol. This protocol dictates certain interactions with Class 8 Cognito Hazard Entity SCP-3000, and as such is level 5 out of 3000 classified. Preface. The following protocol was developed in conjunction with research from Site-29 and Site-50, as well as researchers stationed at Site-151. Some sections may have been redacted to remove material above this classification. Adherence to this protocol is required for all personnel assigned to Site-151, as well as personnel assigned to SCP-F Aramida. Abstract. The 151 Hollister Acct protocol has been developed and implemented to create a strategy for management of the Y909 chemical compound excreted by SCP-3000. Protocol information. The Y909 compound, originally discovered by the late Dr. Adam Hollister, is a critical component in several modern and experimental amnestic compounds. Specifically, the following amnestics now contain a refined version of Y909 compound. Class A, 2016 variant. Class D, 2016 variant. Class E, 2016 variant. Class X, 2017 variant. Class XX, 2017 variant. 2 redacted variants. Acct class experimental compound. Foster class experimental compound. Ellipse class experimental compound. Glad you guys are enjoying it. Hello, Lise. The inclusion of the Y909 compound has shown a marked increase in stability and long-term effectiveness of aforementioned amnestics. Overall, amnestics utilizing Y909, my nose got stuffy there for a second, break down 78% slower than their standard counterparts in cold storage, and 52% slower than their standard counterparts at room temperature. Oh, my nose. Oh, hold on for a second. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. Oh my god. My nose, when I do this for too awful long, my nose gets really, really stupid stuffies. Oh my god. It happens every time. I don't know why. It's only specifically when I do reading streams. I guess maybe it's because I'm talking a whole lot. It's okay though. The inclusion of the Y909 compound has showed a marked increase in stability and long-term effectiveness of the aforementioned amnestics. Overall, amnestics utilizing Y909 break down 78% slower than their standard counterparts in cold storage, and 52% slower than their standard counterparts at room temperature. Additionally, individuals administered an amnestic regimen utilizing Y909 show a marked increase in suggestibility, memory clearance, and significant decrease in additional side effects such as nausea, vomiting, bowel distress, blurred vision, headaches, insomnia, heart damage, and others. Yeah, mildly allergic's a good way to put it. Individuals treated with these amnestics express significantly fewer intrusive memories as those with Y909, with some individuals exposed to experimental compounds expressing no intrusive thoughts whatsoever, even at the 5 and 10-year marks. Due to the effectiveness of this treatment, with addition of Y909, the continued inclusion of this compound is essential to modern Foundation amnestic application. Reliance on the continued use of Y909 necessitates its collection for the foreseeable future, as a synthetic version of a compound has yet to be discovered. I'm just reading it off the base SCP Wiki dot. As such, this protocol dictates the way this compound is collected off of SCP-3000 and the way personnel are to interact with SCP-3000. Below is a brief framework of the procedure and detailed information that can be found in the full Acct brief. Members of MTF Epsilon 20, Night Fishermen, are to prepare a subject for deliverance to the feeding site. Thank you for the hydrate, actually. Maybe that's why things are so bad. Maybe I need to hydrate. Sippy. We love a good sippy. One individual D-class specimen is to be administered a sedative and equipped with a high-pressure diving suit. The subject is then to be tethered to an underwater ROV within the aft airlock. The airlock is to be flooded, and the subject is to be towed to the by the ROV towards the feeding site. On reaching the feeding site, the ROV is to disconnect its tether, and return to the Aramida. Throughout this stage, SCP-F Aramida should monitor SCP-3000's position and adjust course if the entity begins to move away from the feeding site. Mission Command will provide additional instructions during this phase if necessary. Personnel on board SCP-F Aramida are to monitor SCP-3000 during feeding sessions. During this time, no personnel are permitted to leave the Aramida without authorization from Mission Command. At a point after the total consumption of prey, SCP-3000 will begin to excrete Y909 near the foremost section of its body. Specialized teams of deep-sea divers are to exit SCP-F Aramida through the aft airlock and approach SCP-3000. Collection of Y909 must take place during SCP-3000's digestive period, which is currently believed to be roughly 2.5 hours after consumption of prey. Teams must return to Launchcraft before the end of this period. During this period, the typical effects of SCP-3000 are less severe, but Command should continue to monitor these teams for damage to their cognition. After collection of Y909 is complete, personnel are to transfer the collected substance to secure containers before returning to the surface. The mission administrator on board the Aramida is to monitor the substance throughout transportation. Addendum 3000.3 Psychological Evaluation. On blank blank 09, level 3 researcher Venkataram Krishnamurthy, I think. I cannot attest to how good that pronunciation is. Attempted to exit out the Aramida's aft airlock without diving equipment, but was quickly restrained and the airlock cycle aborted. Despite having a CRV of 26 and having not displayed any previous signs of depression or suicidal attempts prior to his assignment aboard the Aramita, Krishnamurthy was interviewed by staff, clinical psychologist Dr. Anand Manava, to acquire a better understanding of SCP-3000's potential effects on his psyche. Hold on a second. I got a real bad cough coming up. Hold on. That would have been loud and unpleasant. Manava. Hi, Venkat. How are you feeling? Krishnamurthy. Unwell. Manava. That's what I hear. Do you want to talk about what happened today? Krishnamurthy is silent. Manava. We don't have to if you don't want to. We can talk about something else. Krishnamurthy. Tired. Anand. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put myself on BRB. And then I will be back. Go sit with the boopy music. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I just coughed so hard I threw up. So... Methinks, my body is having a fit. A problem. I do really want to... I'm fine. I'll be okay. But I am gonna finish this. Yeah, it's time for Eep. I will, we got a little bit left here. And I feel bad because I don't want to leave this unfinished. So maybe I can, maybe I'll read it off stream. I undid. Maybe I'll read it off stream so that way I can, get you guys the rest of this. I'll post the link to it so that you guys can actually read it for yourself. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna... Yeah. I've gotta post that, here. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of myself, don't worry. I think that this is kind of my body telling me that I need to go, lay down and not move for a little bit. I'll be okay, though. So, I'm gonna post this in both chats. So that way everybody can read this on their own time if you guys would like to. That is the SCP Wiki right there. You can read the rest of the SCP-3000 article. We are at the psychological evaluation. That's addendum 3000.3. I am gonna go get some rest and go lay down. Because clearly I need it. I will see you all soon, and hopefully we can do some more stuff tomorrow. I should be okay tomorrow. I'm just gonna get some extra rest and take care of myself. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. I know tonight was kind of a different stream, and I'm hoping that maybe we can do these more often. My throat and my body are just screaming no. I wish they were screaming yes, because I really want to do more stuff, but we'll be back tomorrow anyways, because I'm gonna play more Harvest Moon. I don't have a time for it set right now, but we'll play Harvest Moon then, and I'm gonna go run before I die. It's not anything with my immune system. I am just chronically ill. I just have chronic illness. It's not that I'm getting sick from anything. It's that my body would rather I die. So I will see you all tomorrow for Harvest Moon. We'll play more Story of Seasons, Romance Gray, and then we'll be, sure. We love 500. I will see you guys. Goodbye. Be good. Do good things.